We're on a record in two cases. The first case is cause number 327-440. The second case is cause number 327-444. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jacob Kozad. Uh, Mr. Kozad is incarcerated. His attorney is Mr. James Macon, who's appearing via Zoom. Mr. Macon, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Your Honor. Thank you for asking.
Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 327-440 and cause number 327-444. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jacob Kazad. Mr. Kazad, according to the docket sheet, is incarcerated. We do have his attorney who is appearing via Zoom, Mr. James Macon. Mr. Macon, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful, Your Honor. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Mr. Macon, I see here that your client also has an appearance to make in the 252nd District Court today.
Yes, Your Honor. He'll be setting those for trial.
And on these cases, what is your announcement?
Well, Your Honor, until we take care of the felonies, I can't really do anything on these misdemeanors. So whatever you want to do, whatever
Now,
docket
let
you
me
want to
put
set
this
them.
here. Do you want these cases set on the same day your felony? So that
That'd be fine, Your Honor.
okay, now what we're gonna do is you haven't received your date, your felony date yet. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And what we'll do is if you get the date, once you get the date, you can get in contact with us, or we can have our coordinator to periodically check.
We'll check back with you, Your Honor, and give you that date.
Okay, this will conclude this case at this time. Mr. Macon, you're excused, and you please have a blessed day.
You too, Judge. Take care.
All right, same to you. We're on the record in cause number 326272. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Reese Matthew Richards. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Richards?
Doing good, how are you?
And Mr. Richards, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Peter Dahl. Mr. Dahl, how are you doing?
Repair,
And Mr. Dahl, what is your announcement on the case?
we want a resetting.
For what? You gonna set it for announcement,
Well,
trial,
yeah,
pre-trial, or what?
Announcement, probably. The defendant has been indicted in June court on a felony on the 26th of April. He also has another felony that has not been indicted yet.
That had not been indicted? Okay, so we're gonna set it on announcement, Doctor. Hey, Kepo, do you see this note on the
Yes,
docket?
sir. You paid it yesterday.
The
You
warrant?
bonded yesterday, yes, sir.
Okay,
I would suggest 90 days from April the 26th, so that he's gonna need.
from April to 26th. Well,
22 in court on the felony. So
Yeah.
he would have to get an appointed attorney, I think.
well, let's do this here. He hasn't been indicted yet, right?
No, he's been indicted on one.
On one, but there's another one that's supposed to be, maybe coming down.
Yes, sir.
What I'm gonna do, let's reset it, about 75 days. That should give us enough time to see where things are.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna reset it 75 days for an announcement and, make a note that he has, a new felony. You can get your reset, Mr. Doyle and Mr. Reese, once your attorney gets, Mr. Richards, once your attorney gets the reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And once you get your reset, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Like next one was, Skylar Mitchell. We're on the record in cause number 324308. The case is styled the state of Texas versus, Skylar Mitchell.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss, that's your name, your full name, Skylar Mitchell? Now, Miss Mitchell, your attorney, Mr. Langston Adams, is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Adams, how are you doing?
Hey, doing well, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Adams, do you have an announcement to make in Miss Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor. I think that we're going to be able to resolve that. I asked for one reset because the offer on it is 1 year deferred, $500 fine, 60 hours community service.
And you need just a standard reset?
Just a standard one.
Okay, now, Miss Mitchell, your case is going to be reset for a plea. Before you leave, well, you're gonna go up to the window and she's gonna give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you're just free to go. Once you're free, and your attorney will be mailed his reset and stay in contact with your attorney. Okay, so just have a seat, have a blessed day. Now, Mr. Langston Adams, your reset will be mailed to you on this case. Now you have a Eric Terry.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for the record, your name is Eric Brandon Perry, is that correct? Okay, how you doing, Mr. Perry?
I'm pretty good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Perry, okay, we're on the record in two cases. The first case is cause number 325630. The second case is cause number 326572. And in both of these cases, Mr. Perry, you are represented by attorney Langston Adams. Mr. Adams is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Adams, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe if you look at the docket, I think those are relatively new appointments.
Okay,
So on that, I need to complete my discovery. And if Mr. Perry will come to my office today at 4 o'clock, I'll be here.
you heard that. Okay, so, Mr. Perry, your case is going to be reset to complete his discovery. That means you don't have to get the evidence from the state. And, this case is gonna be reset. And, you're gonna stand over there, but, you're gonna have a secretary. And then when she finishes, you're gonna go over there, you're gonna get your reset, and then you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Adams,
Yes, sir.
this is your last case? Yes.
I believe that's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Adams, you are, we will send you, we said you're excused and you have a blessed.
You have a blessed day too. Thank you, Judge.
He's in the courtroom.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 322680. The case is style Montezuma Ovando.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Is that your name? Your full name is Montezuma Alejandro Ovando?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Ovando?
Good.
That's good. Mr. Ovando, you're here with your attorney, Mr. David Grove. Mr. Grove, how are you doing?
Good, good.
That's good. Mr. Grove, you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Yes, sir. Mr. Ovando has been undergoing pretrial diversion. He has attended, I believe, all of his anger management classes. He finished those about 2 weeks ago. He also has taken care of his community service. So I talked to his probation officer, and I'm not sure that she had received the information about his classes and all of that. But basically, she said that he was doing fine. And so we're just waiting for him to be on probate or pretrial diversion long enough for them to dismiss the case, I think, Judge.
Okay, do we have,
Yes, Your Honor, that was my understanding as well on this case.
do we know, how much more time does he have?
Typically, the BIP program takes a year. And so if he signed his contract in December of 2020, then he'd have about 6 more months. And if he were to finish sooner than that, then probation sends me something so that I can go ahead and dismiss.
Okay,
I think he signed it on September the 23rd, so this will be about 7 months almost, I believe, Judge. But he hadn't done a year yet.
okay. Let me do this. Let's reset it about 90 days. And at that time, we'll know whether or not he's still in the program or kicked out of the program, or whether or not he still have some more time left, or if they maybe give him if they give him a early release or something, then obviously the case would be dismissed and he won't have to come. So we're gonna reset it for 90 days to check upon the status of the BIP. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So Mr. Ovando, your case is gonna be reset 90 days. Check upon the status of the BIP. Just make sure that you're still in the program. So far, it appears that you've been doing pretty good. Just keep up the good work. And once your attorney gets to reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Grove, I think this is your only case.
Yes, sir.
So once you get your reset, you're excused and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, let's see. Okay, we're on the record in 4 cases. The first case is cause number 322826. Second case is cause number 323924. Third case is cause number 325164. Fourth case is cause number 325166. All 4 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Timothy Joseph Haynes. Mr. Haynes is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Haynes, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Haynes, you're here represented by your attorney, Miss Friday. That's LaKayla Friday?
Yes,
that-
Judge. Hi, good morning.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay, Miss Friday, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in Mr. Haynes' case?
No, Judge, I would like to have a reset for announcement. I have several cases here that I'm reviewing that I just got from his other attorney, and I would like a chance to discuss them with the prosecutor.
Okay, how much time do you need?
About 60 days.
Okay, we'll reset it for 60 days. And so we'll send you your reset, Miss Friday. And Mr. Haynes, your attorney will be given a reset and stay in contact with your attorney. And Ms. Friday, you have a blessed day. You excuse. And
Thank
Mr. You have a blessed day as well, and you're excused.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Okay, you're gonna reset Haynes 90 days. 60. Huh? 60. Oh, 60. I mean, excuse me. Thank you. Mr. Cr-
Your Honor,
Yes.
may I step aside for a moment? I have an attorney who needed to talk to me about a case on the docket.
We'll be in recess.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm back. I apologize for having to step aside.
Okay, that's all right. We're on a record in cause number 325-497. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Kevin Jerron Freddie. Mr. Freddie, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Freddie? That's good, Mr. Freddie. You're here with your attorney, Mr. Dahl. Mr. Dahl, you have an announcement you'd like to make on the case?
At 2 o'clock today, Mr. Freddie is reporting to the federal penitentiary.
Okay, let me ask you, have you talked to the prosecutor about that?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be in recess so you can talk to the prosecutor. I mean, it should be something between you and the prosecutor.
Well.
Huh? Okay,
It's
Mr. Yeah, I mean, what you could do, just talk to the, Miss Ramos, did you hear what he said?
I can't hear anything he's saying, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. No, you can keep your mask on. Just stand over here. The mic is on this side. Why don't you step over here? Okay, she can hear you. You can
What I
speak.
just said?
Yeah, you can, yeah, so she didn't hear nothing.
At 2 o'clock today, is reporting to the federal penitentiary to begin a 6-year sentence.
Okay,
Okay, Your Honor, I'll check in on that, and if I can confirm that, then I may be able to resolve this case.
okay, that's fine. So, Mr. Doyle, you and your client just have a seat,
Yes, sir.
and she'll check into that matter.
Yes.
Your Honor, you want me to do that right now?
No, you don't have to do it right now. I think we have a lawyer. Let's see. Let's see if we can try to move some of these cases. I think we have. Is Mr. Cobb's client here?
One of them is.
Okay, once you Gums, once you go ahead on the call and get Mr. Gums, just have a seat.
Mr. Gumbs is here. Ms. Guidry is not.
Okay, get Gums. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 326316. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Quintan Gums. Mr. Gums, you stand on the X. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gums, the attorney is Mr. Bruce Cobb. Mr. Cobb is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Cobb, how are you doing? Mr. Cobb, can you hear us? If you can hear us, Mr. Cobb, take your mic off of mute.
Your Honor, apparently Bruce has no audio and cannot hear what's going on. He just messaged me through
Okay,
Zoom.
wow. Okay, yeah, if we had a phone number, we can get him on the telephone line. But we're trying to call him right now.
Okay, I let him know that, Your Honor.
Okay, look, I see a cell phone in his hand.
Yeah.
Just put him on speakerphone. Okay, Mr. Cobb, can you hear me? Oh. Mr. Cobb, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor, I can.
Okay, Mr. Cobb, we have your client in the courtroom, Mr. Quentin Gums.
Quentin Gums, yes.
Okay, do you have an announcement that you would like to make on his case?
I haven't seen the discovery yet, and I think that this past week, I think they just gave me the discovery recently. I've got to go check that again, but the last time that I did check, I didn't see it.
Okay, so how much time do you need?
I just need 30 days, that's all.
Okay, we're gonna reset it for 30 days. Mr. Cobb, we will send you your reset in the mail. And We will give Mr. Gum, well, we will fax it to you, but Mr. Gums,
Can you email it possibly? There's been some problems with the fax machine. We haven't had, the ink in that thing for probably a while, and we've had problems with it. So I haven't, if you sent me anything, I haven't received it.
okay, you're gonna have to give us your email address.
Right, I can give it to Trina.
Okay, that's fine. Now, Mr. Cobb, well, Mr. Gums, you can stand over here. You're gonna get your reset, and you'll be free to go.
I will.
And you have a blessed day. Okay,
Yes.
and then
I
Mr.
think I have one more.
You do, but
But
yeah,
not here.
Kiara Guidry is not here. Could you,
Okay.
could you, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Could you go call the name again? We're gonna make another call, bailiff call.
Right, I'll have to try to find out where that person is.
Kiara Guidry? Kiara Guidry. No response, John.
Okay, there's no response.
Okay.
Okay, so, we're going to, see if you can reach out to her, before we, I guess, do our bond forfeitures.
Right.
Okay,
I'll try to see if I can get a hold of her.
okay, we'll talk to you later, and,
Okay.
you have a blessed day.
Thank you, and I'll let Trina know.
Okay. Oh, that's Mr. Burbank. It's his client's in jail, okay. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325294. The case is style of State of Texas versus Davion Kitaro Mason. We see where Mr. Mason has a felony court set at the same time, a felony case rather set at the same time, and he's represented by Mr. Tom Burbank. Mr. Burbank, how are you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. What's the status of the felony case?
Well, as in any felony case, it's probably far, far away from being tried. It's a new case, Judge. I have made a call yesterday to try to determine, but who knows in the future. But I would imagine that whatever happens in the felony case will be dispositive of the misdemeanor case, because.
And so if that case gets reset, we want to reset it on the same date with the misdemeanor?
I don't represent him on the felony, Judge.
How do you want us to reset it? You want us to keep it with the felony or?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can, it's not a problem with me, in reference to, showing up and saying, hey, we gotta wait.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we don't have that case hadn't been reset yet, has it? Okay, so we'll check to see when it's been reset. You also do the same thing. And if you get a date, let us know. If we get a date, we'll give you a reset on this one and let you know as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I think this is your only case, Mr. Burbank?
I think it is, but no, I'd rather stay here than other courts I have to go to today, Your Honor.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir. Good to see you.
You have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Ramos.
Yes, Your Honor.
What we're gonna do, we don't have anyone here at the moment.
Okay,
So we'll take a recess, give you time to check on the information for Mr. Doyle's case.
okay, and I had someone in our office working on it, so I'll follow up on it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be in recess.
Your Honor, I have Ms. Provo and her. client
Oh,
here.
I didn't see Ms. Provo. Oh, Ms. Ramos.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Provo here. Ms. Provo is here. We're gonna handle her case.
Andy?
We're on the record in cause number 322170, cause number 322208. Both cases are styled the State of Texas versus Jacory Jashad Handy, is that correct? And how you doing, Mr. Handy? Oh, that's fine. Mr. Handy, you represented by Ms. Marva Provo. Ms. Provo, how you doing? Okay, now, Ms. Provo, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make in Mr. Handy's cases?
At this time, Your Honor, we would like to put it on the trial docket.
Reset it for trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset it for trial, and you can get a trial date from the court coordinator, Ms. Handy. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And Ms. Provo, once you get your reset for trial, you have a blessed day as well. You'll be excused. All right.
May he be excused?
Yes.
Your Honor, I've got 3 pro saves ready.
Okay. What about, is Mr. Boudreaux's clients complete?
May I post, Judge?
Yes. Boudreaux.
I came before, this is Mr.
Yeah, let's do this here. We're on the record in cause number 327-764. The state of Texas versus, this is that Iron Jamal McDonald?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, now, Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, I thought we were going to do a plea this morning, but he asked that he have a little bit more time to think about it.
Okay, so how much time you need?
What would you like?
Standard reset is 30 days?
Thursday's good.
That's fine? Okay,
Yes, sir.
we'll reset it 30 days, and we'll keep it on the announcement docket.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're right.
Could you wait for me to issue you this,
Yes.
And you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, Mr. McDonald, you'll be free to go, and you'll be free to go as well, Mr. Boudreaux.
Okay. Good morning. I got a full docket this morning.
Yeah. We on the record in cause number 324-160. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Clavon Demetrius Buxton. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Buxton?
Good, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Buxton, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Corey Crenshaw. Mr. Crenshaw, how are you doing?
Doing very well this morning.
That's good. Mr. Crenshaw, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make?
Yes,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Buxton's case?
I've discussed this with the previous prosecutor. I've discussed this case with Pat Canal. I've not had a chance to discuss it with Ashley, but based upon my other conversations, unfortunately, I just think this is a case that will require a jury trial.
Okay, so you want to reset it for trial?
Please, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset it for trial. Mr. Buxton, your case is gonna be reset for trial. Once your attorney gets your trial date, in a few minutes, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Mr. Crenshaw, once you get your reset, you'll be excused as well, and you have a blessed day.
Appreciate you, Your Honor. Have a
Okay.
great day.
All right, same to you. We're on the record in cause number 325038, the state of Texas versus Scotty O'Neill Levias Jr. Would you please come forward? Mr. Levias, please stand on the X. Mr. Levias, how you doing? Okay, I'm doing fine. Mr. Levias, would you please put your mask over your nose and your mouth? Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Levias, I think the last time you was here, you stated that you want to hire an attorney. Have you hired that attorney?
I'm working on it now. I need a little more time.
How much time do you need?
Maybe a morning.
Okay, we're gonna reset it for 30 days to give you opportunity to hire your attorney.
All right.
Okay, so stand over there on the X. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Ibriana Nelson. That's another, hold on, is that a pro se? Yep.
Where?
At the bottom of page 3. We can go to the next person.
She's not pro se. Oh, she is pro se, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Michael, okay, we're on the record in cause number 328-120. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Michael Dwayne Juno. Mr. Juno, would you please come forward? Is that your full name, Michael Dwayne Juno?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Juno?
Fine, Your Honor. How about you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Let's see, Mr. Juno. You have a felony case is set today as well?
Yes, sir.
Have you been there to court?
They haven't called anybody in, and the bail told me to come in here.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna excuse you to go down the hall, and once you finish with your case down there, please come back here.
All right, is it possible I can get about 6 more weeks and I can finish paying off?
Well, you just go handle that case, go handle that one down there, and then we'll
Yes,
come
sir.
back and talk about it.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
all right, you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to come back.
No, I won't.
We're on the record in cause number 328136, the state of Texas versus Jacqueline Gutierrez. See if she has the judge's explanation in her file. Judge's explanation. This is Jacqueline Gutierrez, 328136.
She does, Your Honor.
Oh, she does? Okay.
Yes.
What did she request? Did she want to hire or?
I believe it was wanting to represent herself. Let me look real quick.
Oh, it is? Okay, I think that's what they said. Okay, now, let's see. Does she have a pending?
Yes, Your Honor. She has a pending felony that would be out of the same incident. It's unindicted.
Oh, so okay, that's why we reset it. It's unindicted. That's why it's not on the docket sheet. Okay. What we're gonna do, Ms. Gutierrez, we're gonna reset your case for about 60 days to give us a chance to see whether or not, to see what's gonna happen with the felony case, whether you get indicted You may get indicted or you may not get indicted. We don't know at this point. Okay? So your case is gonna be reset, 60 days. You can stand over there on the end in front of the court coordinator and she will give you your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
And I've got Ms. Nelson in here now.
Okay. Ernest, oh, no. Did we ready on that one?
Your Honor, I got it coming in. I need to make an announcement to see if the court will allow me to do so.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 328330, the state of Texas versus Ernest Wallace Scott. That's Ernest Wallace Scott Jr. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Scott?
How you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Scott. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith. Mr. Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine, Mr. Smith. Do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Scott's case?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Scott's case here is we have worked out an agreement with the DA. However, I'm trying to court, he has a case pending, misdemeanor pending in Jasper.
Oh,
I'm trying
okay.
to coordinate the two.
Okay.
So I just need a little bit more time.
Do we know
to get all
what,
that
do we
done.
know when the case in Jasper is scheduled or anything?
Yes, Your Honor, well, they're kind of up in the air as far as that's concerned, but I've called, the DA over there, and they're looking, so we can work a solution. They're looking at filing and call me back, so,
Well, we reset
I'd
it 60
say-
days?
Sir?
Will 60 days be enough time?
That'd be great, Judge.
Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna reset you 60 days, give you a chance to coordinate the
Yes.
case in the other county. Now, Mr. Scott, your case is gonna be reset, give you enough time, give your attorney enough time to coordinate your cases in Jasper with this case. And once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Smith, I think this is your only case here today.
That's correct.
So once you get your reset, you'll be excused and you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Ibriana Monique Nelson. We're on the record in cause number 327594. The case is styled of State of Texas versus Ibriana Monique Nelson. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Nelson? You doing all right? Now, Miss Nelson, last time you were here in court, you stated to the court that you wanted to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
No, sir.
Okay, why haven't you hired your attorney?
I just gave birth to my daughter like just a month ago.
Okay, so
I
you
don't
need,
even need an attorney. I mean,
okay, now if you want to, let me do this. Peppo. Give her that judge's explanation. The prosecutor, the bailiff is handing you a judge's explanation of rights of defense without attorney. You had signed one before on that. On the previous one, you indicated that you would like to hire an attorney. Now we'll go over this again with you, and you could indicate to the court what you want to do in your case. All right. And it reads, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have three options. Number one, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option?
yes, sir.
Number two, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Number three, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you would need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. Now, at the bottom of this document, it reads, defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you will place your initials on the first line to the left. If your choice is, I have hired an attorney whose name is, then you'll place your initials on the second line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you will place your initials on the third line to the left. If your choice is, I have a court-appointed attorney whose name is, then you'll place your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. And finally, if your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney and represent myself, then you put your initials on the fifth line to the left. Once you finish initialing one of the 5 lines, then you will sign on the line where it says defendant, and you will place today's date on that application. And today's date is April 7th of 2021. Now I received your choice here, and Ms. Nelson, you indicate that you want to waive your right to an attorney to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Nelson, you have to sign a written waiver, and that waiver will be provided to you. It's a waiver of counsel for purpose of entering a guilty plea or proceeding to trial. Let me go over it with you first. It says, I have been advised of the nature and charges against me and the dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. My waiver is voluntarily and intelligently made. Furthermore, I have been advised this 7th day of April 2021 by the County Court at Law number 2 of my right to representation by counsel in the case pending against me. I have been further advised that if I am unable to afford counsel, one will be appointed for me free of charge. Understanding my right to have counsel appointed for me free of charge, if I'm not financially able to employ counsel, I wish to waive that right and request the court to proceed with my case without an attorney being appointed for me. I hereby waive my right to counsel. And Ms. Nelson, is that your choice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please sign that form and date it today's date, April 7th of 2021. Okay, now, Ms. Nelson, just have a seat, and one of the prosecutor will come down and talk to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, we'll be in recess. On the record in cause number 324572 and cause number 325242. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Allison Garcia. And Ms. Garcia's cases are set on tomorrow's docket, which is, tomorrow date is April the 8th of 2021. Both cases are motion to revoke probations. We have present in the courtroom, we have Mr. Wright Kimbler, who is Ms. Garcia's attorney. And we also have Mrs. Ashley Ramos, who is the assistant district attorney for Jefferson County. Mr. Kimbler, you had something you wanted to put on the record?
Your Honor, Ms. Garcia has disposed of her felony cases. It is in jail only on these misdemeanors. So tomorrow we were anticipating hearing pleas of true to the allegations in both of the MPRPs. There's an agreed recommendation for 60 days credit for time served. She's been in jail approximately 4 months. And I'm going to go out to the jail tonight and do the electronic paperwork on that. However, I'm scheduled to be in Galveston on a case, a DWI case tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to be out at the jail. So I was wanting to know if it would be possible to have the court-appointed attorney stand in for me, and I'll contact him directly, whoever it is, to see if they would be able to stand in and do the necessary court appearance to dispose of these.
Okay, you're gonna get her signed
Yeah,
up
I'm
and
gonna do the
everything?
paperwork tonight.
Okay.
So
Well, I
that'll all
mean,
be done.
We've had that before where another attorney would stand in for
And if you
the
could
attorney of record. As long as Ms. Garcia is, if she consents to it.
Yeah, I'll speak to her about it. I'm sure she'll consent to it, but she
Yeah,
wants to get out of
but
jail.
we'll find that out tomorrow.
But who's the the duty attorney tomorrow?
You
And I'll
gotta
contact
check
him.
with the court coordinator.
Okay. But I'll let him know,
Okay.
he or she know, whoever it is.
Okay. Now, let's see. Mr. Doyle, you had a matter that you wanted?
I'm still working on that, Your Honor.
Is that, it was regarding the case that she's working on?
Yes, sir. Look, I made a mistake when I was talking to him probably, but I told him we would probably be finished by 10. And his family is here and they want to have it.
Oh, well,
And
I
it's supposed
don't,
to be a total penitentiary too, so.
okay,
it's
yeah, I
not-
don't have
I'll
no,
do-
yeah, I don't
this
have
is-
no
he's just
control over
sitting-
that.
I know, but we can ask for a resetting. And then she can tell me what she wants to do then.
I don't know, let me ask her, Miss.
I was intending on an offer if the 6 years is true, and if he leaves today, then we cannot do our offer. And it's not a case we're gonna dismiss.
See, that was.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what the state is saying, so, I think her main thing is verifying.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't want to plead to it?
Okay, well, it'll get reset.
Okay, so.
I mean, because we're resetting for either trial or something. I mean, because it'll go somewhere if it's not gonna plead today. This is just an announcement document.
Right.
Okay.
So we can leave or?
I didn't say anything. I mean, what are you announcing? You hadn't made an announcement.
I'm sorry, we're announcing for the trial.
You want a trial? Okay, well, we'll give you a trial setting. Okay, let's give them a trial setting. Hold on, let's just get back on the record. Mr. Freddie, would you come forward? He has 2 cases. No, he has 1 case. Okay, we're back on the record in cause number 325497. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Kevin Jerron Freddie. Mr. Freddie, attorney is Mr. Peter Dahl. Now, Mr. Dahl, would you can make your announcement again on this case?
I've run over the situation with my client and we desire to have a trial.
Okay, so
Although it may be resolved by motion to suppress, but it's the same thing.
Well, we'll reset it for trial. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And Your Honor, I was with Ms.
Nelson?
Nelson, thank you. And she's agreed to a plea. I just need to fill out the paperwork
Okay.
on the tablet, and I'm gonna go up to my office.
Oh, that's
right
fine.
now.
Here.
Your Honor, I'm ready on Miss Nelson whenever you are.
On the record in cause number 327-594, case is style of state of Texas versus Iriana Monique Nelson. Ms. Nelson, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Nelson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Nelson, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Ms. Nelson? You doing all right? That's good. Ms. Nelson, the information in this case alleges that on or about May 1st of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Nelson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to discharge Ms. Nelson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, Ms. Nelson, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Nelson, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Admonishments. It is also, it's misdemeanor plea admonishment. It is also labeled State's Exhibit Number 1. Ms. Nelson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Ms. Nelson, are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
Now, your first set of initials is on a line that says guilty. The second set of initials is below the paragraph that says discovery admonishment. And it's on a line that states, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in this case and to enter a plea of guilty and no contest.
Yes, sir.
Did you place your initials on these documents?
Yes, sir.
On this document? Now, on page 3 of the same document, Ms. Nelson, is that your signature at the top of the document?
Yes, sir.
On page, well, on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, Ms. Nelson, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
And there is one box that's checked at the top of this document. This box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Nelson, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you read the what's contained in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything true and correct in this document
Yes, sir.
or in these documents? Now, State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Nelson, the state is offering State's Exhibit Number 1 to be used as evidence in your case against you. State's Exhibit Number 1 is a document that have your initials on page 2 and your signature on page 3. Is it all right for the state to use this document as evidence against you in your case?
Yes, sir.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Nelson, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Ms. Nelson, I'll accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 180 days to be probated over 1 year, a $600 fine, 60 hours community service, and the theft class.
Said a year probation, or she said, that's what she said?
Okay, yeah, it's 180 days in jail, but you won't have to do any time in jail because you'll be on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $600 plus court costs. And the court cost in this case is $307, so the total is $907. You'll also be required to pay probation fees of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and this will come to a monthly installment of a total of $160 a month. Ms. Nelson, would you be able to pay the $160 a month?
Yes, sir, but, is there any way you could waive like the court fees?
Well, Ms. Nelson, Are you able to pay the $160 a month?
No, sir, I'm able to pay my probation fees, but
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me do this here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Now, Ms. Nelson, are you employed?
no, sir.
Now, do you receive Medicaid?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yes, sir.
And do you receive SSI?
No, sir.
Do you receive SNAP?
Yes, sir.
And do you receive TANF?
No, sir.
Do you live in public housing?
No, sir.
Okay, so you receive Medicaid and SNAP, and you don't have a take-home pay. Are you married, single, divorced, separated, or widowed?
I'm married.
You married?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much does your spouse work?
He's incarcerated.
Oh, so that's 0. Okay, now, you don't receive any child support, right?
One of my daughter's dad has child support. He don't pay it though. I mean, I
Okay,
do receive it, but.
okay, so how much is he ordered to pay?
No, I think like, I'm not even sure. He haven't paid it at all, so
Okay, you don't know what the court order said?
I wanna say like, I don't know, cause he owed back pay, so I think it was like 330. He's supposed to pay like 330 every 2 weeks. I don't know.
It's supposed to be like $660 a month?
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to follow up on what your statements are. How much do you get in food stamps?
430.
And no, it's just, no other governmental checks, right? No other form of income. You own a home?
No, sir.
Do you own a car?
No, sir.
No assets? And you have to pay rent?
No, sir.
No? Okay. No utilities either?
No, I pay utilities.
How much are utilities?
My life's like $54.
A month?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying that's light, gas, and water?
Yeah, I just like,
What about the gas or water and water? You have to pay that? Okay. And the food is just what you're getting on the food stamps?
yes, sir.
Oops. It goes here. You have to pay for transportation costs?
No, sir.
No? Any cell phone?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
65.
A month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And probation fees, you're not on probation. You have any medical expenses? No, you get Medicaid, so you don't have to pay that. And you don't have any credit card expenses, right? Okay. So let's see what we got. Oh, I see what this. Okay, the court is going to find that you're indigent and pursuant to Article 42.15, the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, you're gonna convert, you have a calculator? Okay. Okay, that's total. Oh, 6. 77.6. Okay, so your fine and court costs. Again, that's 907. $72.73. Okay, so your fine and court costs of 907 is going to be converted to 73 hours of community service, which will be added to the 60 hours of community service that you're doing in this case. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And you will also have to attend. Yeah, so your fine and court costs is going to be converted to community service. Now, and also your probation fee is going to be reduced to the minimum of 25 hours per month. Okay. And they're gonna, once you recalculate it, that's gonna change how much you're gonna be paying per month. Okay, so let me repeat this here. It's, you'll be serving 180 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, that will be probated for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, the fine of $600 and court costs of $307, which is a total of $907, is going to be converted to 73 hours of community service. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $25, a urinalysis fee of $15, and you'll also be required to perform 60 hours of community service and attend a theft class as a condition of your probation, as well as adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you think that the state's offer and the court's adjustment is fair and just in your case?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state, and just for the record, the adjustments will also be noted. Okay, so now Ms. Nelson, please stand here on the X in front of the court clerk. She will give you some instructions. Please follow those instructions. And once you finish in here, she'll tell you where you need to go. And you have a blessed day.
You won't be able to see it. Just sign it.
Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Okay, Mr. Kimler, Ms. Ramos, I think Mr. Kimler has an issue that he want to approach the court about, something.
Your Honor, I noticed on tomorrow's jail run, I also have Stacia Morris for three cases. She's pending sentencing on her felonies, but I would like to resolve these misdemeanors tomorrow. I've called up to the DA's office and Ramos, give me some offers on this one. I'll sign it tonight.
And Mr. Kimmler, I sent you a message. I was going to ask if we could reset this to the same sentencing date as her felonies.
Okay, if that's what the state would rather.
So
But the thing is, we're asking on the felony that she go to Senecor because she's granted probation, and so I'd have to resolve all pending cases before she.
Right, and we can resolve them the same week that she resolves her felonies.
Okay, that's that's fine if that's.
Okay,
So we'll just have to
get
take
you-
her off of the docket for tomorrow.
Yeah, just get with the court coordinator.
Okay.
Okay.
Just,
Okay, we're back on the record in court's announcement docket. We're on the record in clause number 327-552, State of Texas versus Kiaria Guidry. Ms. Guidry is scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. on today's date of April 7 of 2021 for the court's announcement docket. Ms. Guidry's name was called at or about 9 a.m. She did not respond. Her name was called by the court's bailiff and she did not respond. Mr. Guidry's attorney, Mr. Bruce Cobb, did appear via Zoom. He was going to try to contact Ms. Guidry. Ms. Guidry has not appeared in court since the court's been in session, nor has she appeared on Zoom or called into the court regarding her case. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Kiaria Guidry?
Kiaria Guidry. Kiaria Guidry.
Kiaria Guidry's name was just called by the court's bailiff. The time is 10:40 a.m. on today's date of April 7 of 2021. Ms. Guidry has not answered. Ms. Guidry has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. And a reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Guidry an opportunity to appear in court. Mr. Cobb has not called the court back informing the court that he has contacted Ms. Guidry. Therefore, Ms. Guidry's bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for arrest. State, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. A warrant shall be issued for the arrest of Kiaria Guidry and a bond in clause number 327-552 shall be forfeited. And we only have one case that's left on the docket, and that case is Mr. Michael Juno, clause number 328120. It's our understanding that Mr. Juno is currently in the criminal district court of Jefferson County, which is next door. And so this court is going to be in recess until to give Mr. Juno an opportunity to take care of his case in the criminal district court and then come back here. Okay, so we'll be in recess.